Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Teresa Babuscio. I work for Corteva Agriscience, an agricultural technology company, and it's a pleasure to give a few thoughts and share them with you today. I've been in Corteva for 2 years and working in agriculture for the past decades, but I am around the Brussels bubble, and I know that many of you are of the Brussels bubble since 17 years. I basically started with Barroso II, and I'm about to embrace von der Leyen's second mandate. In the next 5-7 minutes, I'd like to share with you a couple of thoughts and reflections that I had over the past 17 years and connecting them with what we have heard in the past 2 days, including from our Chief Strategy Officer, Brooke Cunningham. If I look back 17 years, I believe that the leitmotif and the word that I have been using the most and hearing the most has been innovation. The need of innovation in Europe has not disappeared and will not disappear in all industry segments, including and especially agriculture. Europe must stay relevant, including to the rest of the world. There won't be news to any of you that food is important, that agriculture is one of the critical sectors nourishing a growing population. And together with fuel is the motor of an economic development. Food and energy have been the two leitmotifs of the past 2 days. We have 600 million farmers and 2.5 billion livelihood. It's a lot, right? And we are going to add over 2 billion people in the next 25 years. To put it in a context, imagine the world plus another China or another India. We need to produce food with the same land, and we need to continue like the panel this morning. I think it was the managing director of BEC, the Consumer Association. These people will want to continue to go from A to B. And therefore, the demand of energy will skyrocket. We cannot afford to tackle tomorrow with today's or yesterday's tool. Innovation is needed. Science has been doing, and I work for a company that invests billions of dollars every day in research and development. Science has been doing tremendous advancement, bringing innovation to the next level. Unfortunately, in Europe, policy making is not keeping the same speed, and most often than not has to catch up with the advancement of science. The consequences is that our farmers cannot enjoy the potential of the innovation and do not have access to the tools that innovation can give. I mentioned population growth. I mentioned the need to produce food with the same amount of land and that energy. We need to continue to travel to go from A to B. And again, we have heard from all panelists this morning, innovation and technology needs to be explored in all sectors of the energetic segment. We have heard the solar and wind are here, including emerging technologies such as green hydrogen. But we have also heard that the sector of transport has unique challenges. And in those challenges, we believe as a company that biofuels and the second generation of biofuels can play a critical role. The airline industry is destined to drive this evolution, with fuel consumption expected to double by 2050 as airline travel grows. Remember, those are 2 billion of people that we need to add in 25 years? That's exactly the people that will need to travel. And estimates suggest that a significant portion of that consumption will be fulfilled by sustainable aviation fuel. Mr. Mess this morning said that sustainable aviation fuel represents an opportunity, but that in order for sustainable aviation fuel to thrive, the sector needs the right business environment and to be scaled up. What does it mean, the right business environment? The right policy environment. And again, innovation. Why it is produced majorly, in a major portion in the US? Because the US has to comply with 100% expectation by law that fuel for aviation will be supplied by sustainable aviation fuel. In Europe, we have a lower cap, 2%, but still, as from January, we will have to comply with that. How we are going to produce it? The colleague from Eurocontrol, through their study in-house, told us that there might need a significant amount of nuclear plants in order to produce sustainable aviation fuel. We can also contribute through agriculture, with agriculture. We believe, and we are giving example in the US through partnership, providing canola for sustainable aviation fuel, that this could be part of the solution. Without competing with food production, without competing with food security, and without grabbing more land. What we need for that is a flexible policy environment, innovation to provide performing seeds, and to all of us to continue to talk and to tell a positive story to the consumer, as another colleague said today on the podium. Europe must continue to be relevant, including to the rest of the world. And with that, I leave the floor to the nuclear energy panel. Thank you very much.